Hi guys, Galactic Gaming here, and today we're going to look over the stats of a new Tier 6 Aetherian Revelation. First things first, I gotta apologize for the quality of my voice recording. I'm doing it at 2 a.m. in the morning, and I would like to get to bed sometime soon. Anyway, let's look at the Aetherian Revelation. First things first, it's going to be coming into the Infinity Lockboxes on May 8th, 2024, so when the new episode will be released. So this is going to be an Infinity Lockbox, not a promo lockbox, which means we won't be getting a promo sale most likely. In addition, items from the lockbox, from the Prodigy lockbox, are joining the Infinity Lockbox of this update. Oh, okay, so that means we can start getting the Prodigy stuff, which I'm assuming that means like the duty officers, the Protostyle weapons, and all the other things. That's nice. The Aetherian Revelation, it's going to be a Tier 6 ship. The Aetherian Concordium has seen fit to allow the use of the limited number of these mid-sized vessels. Okay, so it's not going to be too big, it's just going to be around mid-size. I'm guessing around the size of a Galaxy class. By the Khitomer Alliance and other allied factions. These ships have been modified to meet modern expectations of starship design and engineering, these ships enhance sensor suites and scanning technology equate roughly to current intelligent starship designs. This starship features a Lieutenant Commander Universal / Miracle Worker and a Commander Science / Intel Officer Specialist Spirit Officer seat. So this is going to be a primary Intel ship, which means it's going to have the center, not the centrist analysis mechanic, the gather intel ship mechanic, and Lieutenant Commander Miracle Worker Science. I'll get to that later. Anyway, onto the ship details. It's going to be a Tier 6 ship. Any faction can have it. You need to complete a tutorial to use it. It's going to have a hull modifier of 1.525. That is incredibly high for a science ship. And a shield modifier of 1.3. It's going to have a 3-3 weapons layout because it's a science ship with 3 device slots. And the bridge officer stations are going to have 1 lieutenant tactical seat, 1 lieutenant commander engineer, 1 ensign science, 1 commander science / intel, and 1 lieutenant commander universal / miracle worker. Those bridge officer seats, they're not going to be the best for a science seat, and I'm mainly talking about that miracle worker and that engineer seat, because seeing as this seems to be spec towards a science ship, the only thing that in the engineering track that's really going to help with science ships is emergency power auxiliary, and you can't have more than 1 of those on that loadout. And Miracle Worker just barely has anything for science ships at all. I think the only 2 things are overwhelm power regulators and destabilized warp core, and those don't do that much damage. Anyway, onto the consoles. We've got 3 tactical, 3 engineering, and 5 science. It's got a base turn rate of 7 and an impulse modifier of 0.15, so this is going to be a fairly slow ship with an inertia rating of 60. Plus 20 auxiliary power. That is exactly where you want it on a science ship. It's going to have sensor analysis and subsystem targeting because, again, it's got a science ship. Same with secondary deflector slot. Gather intel ship mechanic. And it's just got the standard mastery package for science vessels, which is basically a whole bunch of shield HP stuff and exotic damage. The Admiralty ship stats, 41 for engineering, 61 for science, and 24 for tactical, with a special +6 engineering per any ship. Onto its console, the Fractal redirection matrix. This mysterious Aetherian technology causes a cross-lattice network of energy relays to activate, redirecting incoming damage that impacts the ship's hull into specialized series of weapon-like emitters that line the hull. The energy redirected in this is then forcefully ejected at a designated enemy target, causing them to suffer a portion of the damage their allies attempt to deal to you. This console additionally provides a passive bonus to threat generation while in a threatening stance, and maximum hull capacity, scales of auxiliary power. This console may be equipped on any ship in any console slot. Only one of these consoles may be equipped on a ship at a time. And, this is the first time we've actually gotten tooltip information. So it marks a foe for 20 seconds, and when receiving damage, redirect a percentage of that damage to the marked foe as proton damage, the percentage scales of auxiliary subsystem power, and while active, +100 all damage resistance rating. So this seems like a very strange version of feedback pulse, where instead of just anyone who shoots you just gets a damage thrown right back at you, you get all the damage thrown at you, and then it just is focused onto one particular enemy. I was originally thinking this is going to be a good tanking console, but I'm not so sure anymore because you want to be doing damage to as many enemies as possible while you're tanking, so that you can, keep all the threat, and that way they don't shoot your enemies. But this is weird. You're only going to be really damaging one enemy with this, and it seems like you're just going to be focusing on enemy a lot, which is not what you really want. The bonus threat generation, well, we don't know how much that's going to be, so I'm not sure whether that'll actually outdo the threat amplifiers that you can get from the fleet embassy. But we'll have to see when the ship comes out, see if that console is going to be any use. My guess is it's not going to be any use at all. Going on to the starship trait, Unity Shielding. Every few seconds, gain a charge of Unity Shielding that will increase your resilience against incoming hull damage. So, wait, the starship trait is called Unity Shielding, but it's a hull resist. That doesn't make sense at all. Anyway, this effect may stack several times, and new charges refresh all existing charges. While you have at least one charge, attackers may be automatically held when they deal damage to your ship. If an enemy is held in this manner, it consumes one charge of Unity Shielding. Enemies held this way become immune to this effect for some time after, double duration immunity for players. The rate at which new charges are gained is influenced by your current auxiliary power level. In the tooltip, gain a charge for Unity Shielding every few seconds, which speeds up with auxiliary power up to 10 maximum charges. Each charge grants 10 all damage resistance rating for up to 30 seconds. When taking damage, consume one charge to hold attacker for a few seconds. Those held this way are immune for a few seconds, and the whole duration and mini duration scale starship control expertise skill. I have some issues with this trait. First of all, it sounds like it's going to be another it's going to be like another tanking trait, but we don't really need any more. We don't really need any more of those. Tanks are already pretty well off, and this just doesn't seem like it's going to do all that much. Like, sure, you're going to get you're able to hold a foe every few seconds, but that's not really helpful. In fact, it's probably just going to harm more than anything else, because when you're up in the high end, you want to be using gravity wells to grip all your foes in one place, and if you're just holding one next to you, then that's not going to be of any help at all. And if you're going to be tanking, you're never going to get any of that damage resistance rating, because you're just going to keep spending each charge as you get it, which, yeah, that's not going to be any help at all. And okay, overall on this ship, I'm going to be passing on it. Apart from the fact that I don't have any money right now to actually get the ship, this ship just feels very confusing. Like, it's a science ship. But it's built like a science tank, but it doesn't have anything that a science tank actually needs. Mainly command seating for suppression barrage. You can't use it as like a regular DPS ship, because whilst Commander Science Intel, whilst an Intel seat is pretty decent for the science vessels, Miracle Worker is pretty much useless, and it's just so much engineering seating. It's just not going to be really useful at all. Honestly, these stats I would expect to see on a sea store ship, not on an Infinity Lockbox ship. So overall, I think this ship is going to be a pass for me. It's a pretty ship, I will give it that, but at the end of the day, it's just not worth my money. So yeah, that was my review on the T6 Aetherian Revelation. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll try and post reviews whenever a new ship comes out, but I'll see how it goes, see how this video goes. So yeah, remember to hit the like and subscribe button. Tell me what you think of a ship down in the comments below. And until next time, stay cute. I'll catch you later. Bye bye.